Welcome everyone to a brand new challenge. Today we start the grind for gold. In front of me I have Better Track of the Day written by Zertrov. It's an Open Planet plugin for PC. And what it does is it takes a look at every single map that's been Track of the Day since inception. On this tab I have it filtered to look for anything that I do not have currently gold medal. And we are going to hunt for all of the gold medals until I get them all. Now, you can see we have the green timer set up for 30 minutes. I'm going to do this in 30-minute increments, uncut, unfiltered. We're going to dive into a random map. We're going to give ourselves 30 minutes to see how many we can complete in a day. Now, there are some maps that might be a bit impossible since the ice patch and a few other reasons, water bounces, etc. for some of the LOL maps and Troll of the Day cups, but we will encounter those when we do, and we will take appropriate action. Goal is to get 1729 out of 1729, or whatever this number counts up to be as close as possible. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start the timer and dive in. And we got El Jardín by Squeagle. Let's take a look. I don't have any medals on this, or any time for that matter, so we'll see what kind of map we get here. That actually did not look right. Okay. Wow. Complicated map to begin with. I don't have a very good line, so this is going to be a slow first run. Definitely looks like a trickier map. I see Jake Ray, Arizel, Haskell, Razg, and Maui in the leaderboard. So it tells me it's probably one of the, like a faster map, not really tech. These players usually do pretty well on not on traditional full speed, but just like more like speed fun, all out, fast grass, fast dirt. And I don't see like a techie or an Elcon in front, so I don't have to worry about cuts or reroutes. Let's see how difficult this one's going to be. I see a risky finish up there. That one's going to need an interesting line. Alright, Copium timer says silver. So from the Copium timer we would need 6 more seconds. Oh, also I should mention for this challenge that I'm doing, I'm not against watching world records or turning on the world record ghost. We are purely just hunting, so whatever means I need to get the record, that is what we're gonna do. Okay. I think I can get this a lot better. Now that I have that a lot better, that one is indeed a tight drift. I think, at least. Gotta focus and remember the map, though. I'm gonna laugh pretty hard if I got one of the harder maps to begin with and we end up stuck on this map for a little while as we start this challenge, but hey, that's how these things go sometimes. Alright, let's do a little release there and see how this risky works. Not bad. Okay, we're 2.6 seconds off. That seems doable. I do have the extra leaderboard positions plugin, so we might be taking a look at that for some of these maps just to see how many people have like gold or AT, because there's some notorious full speed tracks and that I know like 1 or 2 people only have AT, and therefore makes gold very difficult. There's some altered gold medal maps, so we'll want to take a look at those if something seems sus. Had to release there. Ah, darn. I want to see what the Copium timer is here. And since I've got a good run, I need to see what the speed feels like in this. Okay, yeah, that one I need to come more inside. There we go, like that, and then keep that smooth. Can we full speed this though? That is good. Let's try not to release. And then we can full speed this in. There we go. And gold. Alright. So this one doesn't seem impossible. I have my first copium gold. Let's see. 5 minutes in, just about. And that would mean that, on average, we could potentially, if I finish in this run and keep up the pace, get around 6 gold medals for this run. But realistically, I'll probably get 3 if I'm lucky. Okay. Now here's where I had a little bit of problems last time, and I need to come inside. I had a small release at the top of the hill there, so I can try and make the turn. I'm just trying to get gold. Maybe we'll come back later and hunt, but priority now is the medal. And there is gold. Great. So let's go ahead and move on to the next map. Taking a little bit to load. We have trust issues. Right now I have bronze, and it's from 9 to 5 gamer. Looks like an ice map. All right. Gotta switch to keyboard here. For those of you that don't know, I do play ice on keyboard. It's a little bit easier for me. Where am I? Okay. I'm an idiot. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I do play ice on keyboard. I had to adjust the dead zone to the square pattern on my controller because I was having a lot of trouble getting the perfect angle to steer fully 100%. And on ice, that is very, very important. Like, extremely important. Otherwise, you don't get good ice slides. And so for that reason, I just play ice on keyboard. Because you don't need to smooth steer. It's all about quick and precise tapping. Like, you can see my brake tapping, and unfortunately something out. I think this might have been pre-patch. But I think gold will still be doable. I remember this cup of the day. I think I actually made it pretty far. I was in like Div 30 or something. Yeah, I remember this. This is a low gear ice slide all the way around when you can get it. And you can slide all the way through that. Going full focus here. That line is going to be difficult. But I'm pretty sure my PB is not very good on this. Curious to see. I don't remember if this plugin has the warning for pre-patch maps. But that might be good to investigate. Or at least get a list of maps that are super impossible before I struggle for 30 minutes. Hey, I'll take that wall hit. Please don't gear up. Whew. So much focus going on right now. And I remember this is like a full U-turn into the... Yeah. This end was a disaster in rounds. Okay, that's doable. I remember that one. I think it was just a 360, but I can't remember. All I do remember is that in rounds, yes, that was like a massive disaster to try and finish. I want to be able to get this one pretty quickly. I do very much enjoy ice. I'm not the best at it, but it is a fun surface. I really enjoyed the old ice physics. ones, they're very tricky, and I just haven't taken the time to learn fully. I still enjoy it, but Old Ice was very intuitive to me, and now it's a little bit of a mystery sometimes. Like, I know what the issue is, but it's harder for me to be precise. Okay. Let's see, because we can do this. Alright, that was a gold copium. I just gotta remember to do that in trust. And then we'll have a super scuffed gold run, but that is all we are here for. Gold, and then moving on. Doesn't need to be beautiful, just needs to get the gold. That will not do. Still need quite a bit of time, but my run was far from perfect. And I know I'm making all the people that are really good at ice cringe, but hey, this is how we get better. Gotta start from somewhere. I'll start to get more comfortable with the lines after a few runs, but like I said, it's not as intuitive as it once was for me personally. Because it used to be, I think it was something like, as soon as you reached like 180 speed, it didn't matter what angle you were at, your ice slide would not fail. Whoop, did I get it? Hey, there we go. Gold. And we move on. 2 in the bag. Let's go. We've got Mirai featuring Lakadal, and it looks like I am 0.76 away. Wow, beautiful map. GPS is backwards. Okay. This one seems very familiar to me. It almost looks like there's a couple prof maps that look similar to this. Transition to probably an outside dirt turn. Okay. Ooh, that was not what I expected it to be. Uh-oh, okay. I think I remember this one. I remember that specific sausage jump. And that being an issue for me. Okay. There we go. And I think this is the end, right? Yep. Okay. Bronze. That was a terrible drift. No one saw that, don't worry. You can all erase that from your mind, because I certainly just did. I like these mixed maps, especially when they have like some nice transitions like this. These are super well calculated, which I really appreciate. Okay, we need to come wide here because this is the sausage turn. Then we can come inside here. This needs to be an outside dirt turn. And then into a drift. So that we get this and silver. Okay. Got a lot we can gain here. I'm 0.6 behind my PB, which tells me that maybe you can full speed that, and I'm just too scared to risk at the moment, but I can't remember. I somehow pulled that one out. Not the sharp turn. This one we come far left because this is the sausage turn, so I need to do the drift, get the inside of this turn so that we can come wide and that's going to be tricky. Minus 19 speed, but we are faster than the last one. 49.65, so this one's going to be tough. Great map overall. The scenery is awesome. Yeah, it is a full speeder. Okay. Alright. Well, that is going to be at least like 2 seconds that I'm going to gain on the last ghost. Not much on my PB though. As you can see, losing a lot of time. Neat turns. Ooh, brakes too much there. Want to get the gear up before we get into the dirt. Ideally, you want the outside dirt here so that you don't do that. Okay, 21 extra speed. And what does our copium timer look like? All right, getting faster. I have to take note of this map just in case we have to come back to it. All right, that turn, either a slight drift or slight release maybe. Maybe I just need to full send. Yep. Okay, but I got 79 extra speed, which means my PB either didn't or there's something wrong there. Oh, that's a scary placement of a bush. Oof. Shout out to people who can read this map really quick and, you know, learn it much quicker than I am, because, like, these are the kind of things that, like, I really want to get better at, but, like, you know, I'm on, you know, 6th or 7th run already and still struggling to get that line, still figuring it out. And there's some people that just, you know, autopilot, they're like, oh yeah, I know, I see that, that's this. I'm jealous, I need to put more time into the game to get to that level. Okay, I need to not do that. We need to not catch airtime. Yeah, hope everyone's been doing well. I guess, talk a little bit about some of the things that have been going on in the community. So we've got the new format of the weekly shorts. I'm curious what everyone thinks about that new format with numbering the maps 1 through 5 and having the different styles associated with them each week. You know, the wide style, the slow, the fast, the lull. I forget what the other one is. I'm jury's out in my opinion. I think the intention is good, but I still like the super like XDD maps that like the first week and the first couple of weeks. Like, I thought that was really cool. This week's like nothing against the mappers, and I think the maps themselves are really good, but it's kind of boring. You know, there's one that's like basically, you know, okay, cool, we've got like a quantum slide in the first map. Okay, second map is dirt no slide. All right, and then you've got the puzzle map, which is always good. That's my favorite, but I'm a little biased. Those ones are great. That's what I think it should be, like more maps like that. But then on the fourth one, you've got one big right-hand turn, so you basically get a perfect speed slide on grass and get the tightest inside line possible, and it's one turn without a speed slide. And it's like, I feel like, you know, we could do a little bit better. I think it's good to have some guidelines of what can be submitted and maybe how difficult they can be, but limiting it to kind of what they have, it's just like all the maps are like feel identical this week. So hoping that they take some feedback, because I know I'm not the only one that feels this way. But I will say that it is really good for beginner players, which I think the game has needed for a long time. I remember when I first started playing, you know, just hopping into the server, really excited to play after watching for a long time, you know, finally decided to pick it up. And some of the community-made maps, like this one included, like if you're not experienced with the game, this one is very difficult, you know. And then if you're watching other people all the time seeing, oh, they can get auto medals and I want to do that too, like, it's going to be very difficult. And so, like, we never really had that outlet as beginners to the game. Those of us who didn't play the older versions or the older titles, you know, and so, like, you hop into a map like this, and all you want to do is get better, but you don't know how to do that. And so I think the weekly shorts are really giving a good opportunity for that. Right now, I think it's a little focused on ultra beginners. I'm hoping that they kind of like loosen their requirements for the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 styles, or maybe switch them up a little bit. You know, I like the concept of wide. I think that's really good. And then fast and slow. That makes sense, but maybe add something in for like RPG and like maybe something that's not LOL, but like more like a bonk cup where it's just like I said, like that first week where we had those like just wacky turns where it's like you would never map this for like a cup of the day track, but it's fun because like you have to figure out how to drive it. Ooh, that was a decent turn. Yeah, anyway, that's my little ramble about weekly shorts. I love them still. I think great concept, and Nadeo really delivered with that. And I'm excited to keep playing them. Just like my bit of minor feedback is like, you know, just what I said there, and hoping we get a little bit more differentiation, especially since this week is like basically the same. So curious to see what they do in future weeks. There we go. And then this one, not sure how to take this last one like yet. Okay, I was 1 second, but I lost like at least. Okay, I definitely lost like half a second in that last turn alone because of how wide I took it. Okay, so maybe I just need to ramble more about weekly shorts to get a better run, because that seemed to do the trick. Conceptually, I kind of figured out more or less what I need to do. It's just that middle jump that's going to be tricky, that sausage jump. So here, I want to be full speed, not be scared, but it has to be inside, otherwise I'm going to hit that bush. I love it, by the way, when mappers do that. That bush is there in the exact wrong place for someone like me. I'd hit it every round. Then here, we want to not do that. Here, we want to jump up a little bit more with more speed so that you can turn later, because I'm turning too early, because if I come up here, I can catch the outside line and carry more speed through the end of the turn. Alright, so we're going to come in here, stay a little wider, but do a release because I messed up the line. Okay. Just jump farther. There we go. Okay. Now we want to come inside, come wide, because I want to take this safe. I know you can take it like risky, but for me to maintain consistency and really get that, I want to do that. I'm going to try a small release there and see what happens. Didn't get around enough. Closer. I think I might be able to get this one before the 7 minutes are up. Then maybe we'll get a nice LOL map at the end that I haven't played from like a troll today. Okay, continue. So come up here. There we go. Oh, that was so good. It felt good. I know I was behind in my PB, but I felt like I was in a flow there. I want to come wider. That way I can get a tighter line here. Hopefully not clip as much. Release because I took this too wide. Not do that. It's crazy the amount of time and effort people put into these maps. It's like really something to behold, and I really enjoy that, like for a cup of the day and stuff. like, even if a map is not like your favorite, it's like really cool to see the community put this much effort. Like, I can't think of another game off the top of my head that I've played. Like, I'm sure there's others that have like a lot of community made stuff. Like, I'm thinking old Warcraft, like Warcraft 3. But you know, like, how many other communities like put this much time and effort into a game mode? I think that's so cool that it's community driven. So really like to see it, and the maps are only getting better. Like, I would have thought that people would get bored by now, but it's like every day we get something slightly newer that we haven't seen before. Someone makes new scenery blocks, someone tries a new concept. You know, it's not getting old, at least for me. And from a content perspective, I love watching people play Cup of the Day, whether it's live or, you know, the recap after. I think that's such good content, you know. It's exciting to watch, and it's also cool to see different POVs. You know, you see like the Div 1 players, and then you can see people like me, who are more average, and you can kind of like, it's fun to live through vicariously through those that are driving a run like I am right now on PB pace as their first discovery run, where it's taken me, you know, a whole 15-20 minutes to even get this far, and we'll see if I even make this turn. Oop, this could be a PB. Hey, there we go, a PB. I'll take that. Slowly but surely learning this map. Focus, locking in. That is obnoxious. But I'm faster, so maybe I'll PD. Okay. Trying to really lock in now. See if I can get this before the timer runs out. I will say, if I'm on a run when the timer hits 0, I'll still continue that run, but I won't start a new one after that. See if we can get, I think this is our 3rd map today. 3 maps. Not too bad. Although if there's 1,700 and I'm averaging 3 maps per session, that's going to be a bit tricky, so I'm going to try and do these for 30-minute sessions, because that's all I usually have time for during the week. You know, doing this after work, after hours, got 30 minutes to play, and then however long it takes me to edit, plus the time to upload to YouTube. So maybe I'll do some like weekend ones that are slightly longer, so it doesn't take us 10 years to get all golds, but we'll see. It should snowball though. I know some of the earlier maps are easier, and then the ones that I play Cup of the Day in now, or I do, you know, today's map for example, it's like I already have gold. I came home from work and was real excited to play, hopped on and grabbed gold real quick, so shouldn't add to the 1,700 or so too much unless I miss a few maps. Let's really push this, see how low I can get. That was bad. You need that speed in there. I bet there's a world where you can auto drift that and not really have to brake tap much. Rock. Also, I wonder if I'm gonna get some that are like horribly rerouted that'll be fun to figure out. Those are always fun. Alright, I've got a few more attempts here. See if I can get at least one more PB, if not the gold. before time runs out. Otherwise, we will start the next session on this map. Try and keep it the continuity, so I'm not gonna hunt this off camera. There might be a few that I do that, like stuff like Chroma's Hideout, where I know it's gonna take longer than 30 minutes. If I get that, I might just make a standalone video of me grinding that, like, because I don't think people want to see me bang my head against the wall for 30 minutes to try and even get the first checkpoint clean. Okay, this will be the last one if we go through. Still got a few more attempts if I can restart beforehand, but I plan on not having to. Okay, big release, not what I wanted to do. Okay, I had a release here in my PB. That felt like a slowdown. Now this and did not get it. All right, so we're gonna leave it there. We're gonna wrong menu. We are going to pause this timer and reset to 0. Thank you everyone for watching. We are going to continue with Mirai in the next episode. We got 3 maps today, which I'm pretty proud of. Hope you like this concept. I'm gonna try and upload these as frequently as I can. Still gonna continue with the weekly shorts on the weekend, and then I'll do, you know, anywhere between 1 to 3 of these probably a week when I have time. So yeah, if you like these, give it a thumbs up, comment if you've got any feedback for me, or if you just want to make fun of how bad I am and how bad these PBs are, that's great too. So have a good week everyone, and I'll catch you next time.